Hey everyone, I am Nancy and welcome to another manga haul video. So today we are going to be going through the BL that I've picked up so far this year. There is quite a few because I do collect quite a lot of BL. To me, I don't really care about like genders when it comes to romance. So I do collect hetero romance, gay romance, lesbian romance, non-binary romance. Like, it doesn't really matter to me about gender, so you will see in future videos a wide range of sort of romance stories that I have picked up. But I know like a lot of people like to just stick to one type of romance, shall we say, but I do enjoy reading BL, so that's what this video is going to be about. As always, we are going to go publisher by publisher. We're going to start off with a couple of random volumes though that I've picked up from some publishers. The first one is going to be from Kuma. We have Even If There's No Rainbow Tomorrow. I think this is one of my favorite covers I picked up in like this like recently. Like, look how beautiful that is, like the colors and just like how sweet that like cover is. So this is from Kuma. I love Kuma's publishings, the way they present theirs with like the little dust jacket. They're really sturdy, they're quite close to Japanese volumes of manga, and I love like the paper quality as well. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, so I'm happy to pick this up. Just one thing about like Kuma's publishings that I wish they would include is they do publish quite a lot of trigger warning heavy titles, like Harada's titles, which can be quite a lot for some people. I wish that they would print somewhere on their manga like their trigger warnings, just to sort of like let people know that it's not always going to be like fluffy romance, they're going to be reading, and that some of the topics are quite heavy as well. That's my only sort of like issue with Kuma, but I love the way that they do present their manga. Next we have from Kodansha, I cross-dressed for the IRL Meetup Volume 3. So I believe this is the last volume in this series, just a 3 volume series. The first 2 volumes are like super thick, and then this one is like teeny tiny, which like made me laugh. But this got delayed by quite a while. This series, like volume 1, got delayed a lot, but now we finally have it. They came out pretty quickly once they started releasing. Going on to Tokyo Pop, we have Comic Party Wonderlove Volume 1. I really liked this one so far. Volume 2 is also out. I really like this. This is between 2 manga artists, and this is the sort of introvert, scary introvert vibes, and the sort of outgoing chats to anyone vibes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this first volume, and the thing that I do love about Tokyo Pop is that they always have their ratings, they always have their trigger warnings and all their information like just down here in this little box, so you always know what you sort of like getting into and what to expect from their series, which I find super helpful, and it makes recommending things easier for people, or if you're not entirely sure what you're looking for, it just makes it easier for people to know and to sort of like avoid things or to like pick things up, and I really appreciate that from Tokyo Pop. And then we have a one shot. We have The Gardener's Favorite Poisonous Flower. So yeah, this is just a one shot. Again, beautiful like cover art. This is a chunky volume, which I appreciate, but yeah, this is just, like I say, just a one shot. Really pretty cover. Then we have Sanctify Volume 1, I believe 2 and 3, which basically collects the main story is out already, but this is a larger print size from Tokyo Pop. I'm kind of actually surprised that this got an English license from Tokyo Pop because it already has an English license, so I'm kind of surprised that it got picked up again. You also get this like little postcard, a little extra, But yeah, I'm a little surprised that we got another English license of this, which I'm not complaining. We also get the bonus stories as well. Paradise, I believe it's called Sanctified Paradise, but yeah, we also get that in a self-contained volume as well. I really like this cover as well. I like the black and gold. Okay, moving on to Seven Seas. Seven Seas has been killing it with their BL licenses, and they've been coming thick and fast. Their webtoon and like manhwa licenses, and even the anime licenses, like they have been on fire recently. So first one, we have How My Daddies Became Mates. This is an Omegaverse, just to let you know, but it's super sweet. So this is already an established couple with a child, and it's sort of like reminiscent about like how they met and their first like interactions with each other, which is like really funny, really sweet. And the second volume of this is already out as well, so I need to pick that up. But I really enjoyed this. I really enjoy Omegaverse stories as well. And then we have another Omegaverse story. We have volume 2 of Hate Me But Let Me Stay. This one was definitely more a little bit more like traumatic to read. In like Omegaverse universes, a lot of the times that Omegas have very difficult times, so just be aware that if you don't read Omegaverse stories and you're looking to pick them up, just maybe do a little bit of research beforehand, because they can be really traumatic experiences, and they often go through like pretty tough times, so it can be quite triggering for some people as well. But I really enjoyed this one so far. I think we have more volumes of this coming out as well. Then we have one shot. We have No Spicy Romance Allowed. This is just a one shot. I love this like larger print size as well, I will say, like rather than the small one. And again, this is another Omegaverse story. And then moving on, we have volume 1 of Wild Roses and Pretenders as well. This, I was excited for this because of the cover, guys. I'm such a sucker for the covers of things, but like how pretty is this? I love the covers. I'm also a sucker for like purples and everything. But yeah, so as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that looks so good. And this is part of the Boys Love imprint from Seven Seas. Then we have Sweet Room Escape. This is a volume 1. Volume 2 has literally just come out. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one as well. This is about a guy who does not want to commit and a guy who is going to make that guy commit. It's like one of those stories, very spicy as well. Just be aware of that. Then we have another one shot. We have Play Me Softly as well. Really nice cover art. Then another one shot, we have a Wet Dream Aquarium, which look how fun this cover looks, guys. Look how fun that is. But yeah, very excited to read this one. It looks very interesting, guys. And again, this is a part of the Boys Love imprint. So that's everything from Seven Seas. We're going to move on to Yam Press. I'm very excited that Yam Press is sort of getting on the bandwagon of licensing more BL as well, because they are coming out with more and more like one-shots and series, whereas I feel like before they sort of didn't really dip their toes into that genre. Like they do have obviously like BL licenses and stuff, but it didn't feel like it was really like on their hit list to license, if that makes sense. So I'm happy to see that they are coming out with more. So the first one we have Be My Worst Nightmare. I really like this cover as well, guys. I told you I'm a sucker for like cover art. But yeah, how nice is this? Volume 2 is also out, so I need to pick that up. And then we have a series that I love. We have The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. This is a volume 5. There is also the light novels that the Yen Press has, or Yen on has licensed as well, like if you wanted to pick up the novel. But with this series, this is an isekai series, by the way, but it doesn't focus too heavily on the romance side of things with these two characters, and sometimes like you kind of do forget that you are actually like reading a BL. It does focus a little bit more on like what's happening in the world, which I also like quite like as well. I don't think like every sort of like romance needs to like be super heavy and like them jumping into bed within the first like 2 chapters of a like manga, but yeah, I really like this series. Next we have quite an interesting license. So we have Praise Me When I'm a Good Boy. This is just a one shot, and I thought this was like really interesting, the concept of it. So you know, we have like Omega versus, you know, the alphas and the omegas. This is kind of the same concept but with doms and subs. So like doms have like the urges to obviously dominate the subs, and the subs have urges where they want to obviously be dominated, but it is kind of that like it like physically affects them. So how you kind of have like alphas and omegas where they go into like ruts and heats, you kind of have like a similar situation with that, but with like doms and subs. And I thought that was like a really interesting concept, and it was a really good one shot as well. I did really enjoy it. I kind of wish that it was a little bit longer, like I hope that there'd be more volumes to this like universe, so we'll just sort of like have to see if this creator creates anything else like in that sort of like scenario genre. And then next we have Revenge Agent Hizumi-san. Again, these purple covers, guys, these covers getting me. So I'm excited to read this. This is like I say, just a one shot as well. And then we have a follow-up volume. We have Senpai This Can't Be Love, Brush Up. I really liked the first volume of this, so I'm very happy that we actually get like a sequel, because I thought that the first one was literally like just it, but we do get a sequel, which I'm very excited for. And then we have Lethal Dose of Love. Again, I love this cover as well, guys, and this is just a one shot as well. And then we have Minato's Laundromat. This is volume 4. I picked this up and then realized I don't have volume 3, like an absolute sausage. So I just need to obviously pick up a volume 3 so I can continue this on. And I believe volume 5 has recently dropped as well, so there's more to get. But I really like this one. I really like these two characters. This is an age gap story as well, so just to be aware. And then moving on to the final publisher, we are going to go on to Sublime. Sublime has been coming out with like quite a few volumes actually recently and new licenses. I always like Sublime's licenses. I didn't think there's anything that I've read where I've like not enjoyed the series. They tend to do more shorter series and one shots rather than like really long series, apart from like World's First, Greatest Love and His Favorite. Most of the licenses are on the shorter side. So first we have a final volume. We have Crimson Spell Volume 7. Guys, this has been well over a year delayed because they had some issues with the licensing and the author not doing some contract work, but we finally have it. It was delayed, like I say, for well over a year, and then it was supposed to come out earlier this year and it got delayed again. So we have very patiently been waiting for the finale of this series to come out. So this is the same creator as Finder. If you've been reading that one, like I say, same author. But I love these covers as well. I love the artwork that they do. And then we have a one shot. We have the Metalhead Next Door. I really liked this. This was so like cute. This was introverted Metalhead and his neighbor basically, who sort of like imposes and basically works his way into his heart. But I really enjoyed this one shot. It was super cute. And then we have volume 9 of Black or White. So this was like a bit of a slow series, like starting wise, but I actually didn't mind that with this series. And this is between two actors who have already established a relationship, but one is now making sort of a more of an impression and breaking out a little bit in the public eye, and the other one isn't super happy about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this series. We've got a little while to wait for volume 10 to come out with that series. They did come out really quickly when the series was first releasing. And then we have volume 1 of Someday I'll Fall For You. So this is just a 2 volume series, and volume 2 is out. But look how cute this like cover is. I love the delicate covers on this. But yeah, so this is just a 2 volume series. Another 2 volume series we have is Stigmata Love Bites. So this is volume 1. Volume 2 is also recently released. Apparently someone at Sublime had to like really fight for this license because it wasn't like super popular, but they really loved it and they managed to get it licensed. So I'm intrigued to read this and see what it's all about. It does have a distinct art style that is quite different, but I do like the look of it. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see like how I'm going to enjoy it, as soon as like they absolutely love this series. And then we have My Dearest Patrolman volume 2. Volume 3 has come out, and that is the final volume in this series. I think this was originally called My Dearest Policeman, so it feels a little weird like hearing it called My Dearest Patrolman. But yeah, I really like this series as well. This is a super cute series between these two guys, an older gentleman where he's not actually like really that old, and a younger policeman. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this series so far. And then we have another Megaverse story. We have Worst Soulmate Ever. So this is kind of like the two bickering Omega and Alpha. It kind of gives me a bit of Candy Color Paradox, like bickering type vibes. But yeah, this is kind of like a, I guess, almost enemies to lovers type situation, destined soulmates. But yeah, I really enjoyed this as well. And we do have the sequel as well, Proposal, Worst Soulmate Ever Proposal, I believe that it's called, which is, like I say, the sequel to this one. So that's everything that I picked up within the BL genre. Like I say, you will see plenty of BL in the future in my haul videos. So it was quite a few volumes actually that I picked up so far, and there's quite a lot of volumes I still need to pick up, like follow-up volumes. But yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye everyone.